Hello, it's Reece Sheldon with Tuning Media here, and
hello, I'm Millie from Tuning Media, and today we're here with Drew Young. Introduce yourself.
Wagwan. Yes, I'm Drew Young. I've just done my set opening up today for the FERRET's 20th anniversary. It's quite mental, actually. I didn't think I'd be doing an anniversary gig at all. I've done some mental gigs though.
Oh, really?
Before going to uni, I played at Kendall Calling, opening up a new stage there.
You played Kendall Calling?
Yeah.
Just casually? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like being in Cumbria, like everything's like, oh my god, Kendall Calling's like the mountain of like tip of a mountain. So like, it's just kind of side quests and everything else now for me.
wow, that's impressive.
That's mental. Right. Whereabouts are you based, and how long have you been a musician?
I'm based like pretty much everywhere. Like I literally live on the train, kind of thing. Like live in Liverpool for like the next 3 hours. I guess I live in Liverpool because I'm moving out right after this. Then I'm technically enrolled here because I enrolled onto the music course here, and then they shut down the music course at UCLan.
Wow.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, they don't do music anymore. It's like they do sound design. They changed out the sound design. I'm not sure why. You'd have to ask Sean, who's in Mutt, the bass player. I think he has a bit more introspective on it. But pretty much, because like I applied here and I got in, they were like, oh well, everything music related's been moved to this different place in Manchester. So I'm like, oh man, I've got all my comms sorted and everything, like in Preston last year, and then they're like, oh, by the way, you're going to Manchester. I'm like,
that's
what were you feeling at that time?
To be fair, I didn't really care because I was moving in with my best mate. So like, I was like, I'm just having time of my life now.
Where's chill about it?
Yeah. So like I work in Preston. I live in Liverpool, and I study in Manchester, and I'm from Carlisle. So like, that's 4 different places that I'm going to on like a daily basis.
So what's your like musical inspiration? Do you have one?
Honestly, it's the Beatles thing where like, if the Beatles like were like the progenitors of like everything, weren't they? So I'm trying to be like, oh well, I don't really want to take inspiration directly from the Beatles, but like if I look at what they did and like what they went through, so like the Great American Songbook, and then steal stuff out of that like the Beatles did, then I could be the next Beatles.
Yeah, hopefully.
That would be insane. And which Beatle would you be if you could be a Beatle?
That's a good question.
It's got to be Ringo. I think anyone who doesn't say Ringo is a bit over.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Ringo.
Ringo's the best Beatle.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I always heard Paul McCartney.
Nah, that's like basic option. Ringo was the like, there's like a huge age gap, like 5 years between us, isn't there? So like, do you guys ever watch Thomas the Tank Engine when you were kids? Like, Ringo was the narrator for that. It was mint.
For Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a flip. Okay, do you have a favourite gig that you've done?
Oh, that's a really good question, actually. Favorite gig? Fuck.
You've got this.
No pressure.
It was probably when I was still in Carlisle, and to like pick up a couple quid, I was doing an Oasis tribute act.
Nice.
Supersonic 2023, you will be missed forever. But basically, it was our first gig. Like, we didn't even expect like a gig for like another 2 months, and we'd gotten together like 2 weeks before this gig. So like everything was like thrown together really rapidly. I think I was going to be doing like 2 other bands at the same time, and like I just went, nah, I'm just going to do the Oasis thing and make bank from it. And we'd rocked up to the venue, and it was our mate Alex was transporting all the gear, and the person who was running the show was like, who's this guy? He's not part of any bands. And like, me and all my mates turned to each other, and I think it was my mate Ben or Jogger just looked at him and went, oh, he's the band manager, he's sound. And we had to like go through a huge argument where it involved us stealing someone else's lanyard for the like event staff, just to prove that he's like part of the whole ordeal.
Wow, that's mental.
So I was gonna. Have you got any like future upcoming things that we should know about? Like
Oh,
any
absolutely
music,
not.
any gigs?
I just side quest everything.
Have you not got any gigs coming up? Any planned
Nah.
ones? Nothing.
No, I'll just side quest
He's
it.
here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, if I get offered it, I don't turn it down though. So it's all like,
Yeah.
but just kind of chilled out on everything with music at the minute. Like, I've done everything I've wanted to in it, so it's kind of like everything else is just a bonus.
There's always something else you can do.
Literally.
Amen. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having it.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
way
thank
around.
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
it,
good.
yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Chloe, vocalist.
I'm Ross, the guitar player.
I'm Sean, I play bass.
Fabulous. Okay, so whereabouts are you guys based, and how long have you been going for?
We're based in Preston.
Nice.
Started last January. Yeah? Last January, so what, 2025?
Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, you go.
So we started last January. It was originally myself, Chloe. We had a drummer. I won't name him in case he sees it, I suppose. No beef with him, like. But he went to join the RAF. We had another bass player once, then he went, and then we got Sean in like, I want to say June last year.
Maybe a bit before.
And
It's been us three ever since.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, how did you come up with the name Mutt? That's what I'm interested in.
Oh my god, it took ages to come up with a name because you really liked Semtex.
Semtex is a cool name.
Yeah. But then there's a DJ Semtex, so then it was like maybe I'd run into a bit of bother with it.
don't get like copyrighted.
Yeah, it took ages for us to come up with a name. It was just literally the name that we all agreed on eventually. But there were so many, I can't even think of what the suggestions were. They were probably rubbish.
Have you guys ever played the Ferret before? Obviously, you're a Preston band.
Many times.
Well, we do
Many.
the open mic every month. So Jamie Brewer hosts the open mic. So we've done four. So we're like kind of regulars now. But other than that, no, this is like our first official.
Ooh, that's exciting
gig.
then. Hell yeah. Oh damn. What kind of like genre do you guys play? What's the vibe?
That's all you.
Politically charged rock music, punk,
Very specific.
grunge. Fuck, I don't know. Sorry, can I swear? I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Post-punk, alternative shit.
Yeah, kind of alternative rock, punk. A bit grungy. It's kind of hard to like pin yourself to one.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But I like this. Quite like rocky then. Like
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah.
So, what's it like being like an upcoming band in Preston? Is it hard or?
I mean, it's pretty fucking warm today.
And there's no drummers.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard.
drummers.
We're really struggling to find a drummer. Like after our first drummer kind of left and went into the RAF, we've had a couple of people and we've tried them for a few weeks and everyone's been lovely, but there's never been someone that kind of ticks all the right boxes. I don't know if maybe we're too picky or like if we've never just found someone that fits properly, I guess. So
yeah.
that's kind of been our biggest setback, because like today we're doing an acoustic set instead of what we'd actually want to be able to play.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if there's any drummers watching, then we'll tell them to get in touch. That would be cool. Okay, right, next question. Hold on. I've got to find it.
Very professional.
Yeah, right. Preston music scene, what's it like?
Very young, a lot of young talent.
really?
The open mic nights, shitload of young people. Like,
Lots of Strokes covers and Oasis covers.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's expected.
but no bad Strokes covers or Oasis covers, might I add. So it's looking very positive, I have to say.
I think a big thing for Preston would be getting the Guildhall open again.
Ooh, wait, what happened with that?
I don't actually know why it closed.
Government, I suppose.
I think it closed and they tried to reopen it and they had some issues with like asbestos, I think, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. There is a petition at the minute to try and get attract attention to it, to reopen it. But that was like the biggest venue in Preston.
Yeah,
and arguably now that's closed. The Ferret's kind of the main place for independent musicians.
Might I just add that none of us are actually from Preston, so you're probably not asking the best
Oh,
people.
really?
Actually, where
Yeah.
are you from?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Near Dudley, in the
Oh,
West
wow.
Midlands, yeah.
I'm from Derbyshire in the East Midlands.
I'm from Ireland.
Wow, so you've all
Yeah.
congregated in Preston.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our journey, Ireland.
I mean, I don't do it daily, like, but it was,
Every day
it
he's like,
was
in
at
and
the
out.
time, I suppose.
Are you all like students, or are you just living in Preston?
You're currently...
I'm doing a master's at the moment. They're not students anymore.
Yeah,
Nice.
we went to UCLan for music and then dropped out. So that's kind of how we met, and then we met Sean through other avenues.
How come you dropped out? don't mind me asking.
It was unfulfilling.
I get that.
We kind of went during COVID, like COVID had just kind of calmed down, and it was just a bit shit. So
Fair enough. Thanks. So do you guys plan to like continue doing music? And if so, what sort of, what are like your end goals? Big dreams.
Aspirations.
Yes. Fair enough.
I don't know. A lot of our music is very much made with an intent in terms of lyrical content and whatnot. So it's a lot of like, if people feel something from it, like I don't really give a fuck about the rest of it. Like, I just want them to like the songs, not even like the songs from like my own personal point of view, but I want them to connect to the songs. Again, I don't care if I make £100 from it or no money from it. Like it is what it is.
yeah, I think personally it's to like shed light on things that maybe don't get as much attention as they should, and although we're not like the most forward band in terms of political messages, I think we do a really good job of kind of integrating that into the music. And for me personally, that's a lot of what music is about
Yeah, definitely.
awareness.
Yeah, I fully agree.
Cool. Do you guys have any upcoming gigs, music, anything that anyone should know about?
Anything we should know about?
Yeah, we'll be at the next open mic at the Ferret. I think it's the second week of June.
Fabulous.
And then we are working on things behind the scenes, but full-time jobs and
yes.
things take up a lot of time. But yeah, we are getting there.
Also, would like to say if any other Preston venues, if you're watching, give us a gig and we won't disappoint.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you very much, guys, for
Thank you.
coming on.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
We are a band from Manchester. We've been going for about 10 years now, and we play anxious, noisy, quite disillusioned, pissed off music. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
I've sworn now, it's too
Yeah.
late. We play really, we're quite upset songs.
And so whereabouts are you guys based then?
Yeah, we're from Manchester. We all come from Manchester pretty much. Actually, I originally come from Chorley. I don't tell many people that, but now it's live on the internet. So, but
Everyone knows.
We're in Preston, so I'm in a safe space, I feel.
So what inspired you to like make music?
Oh, tricky one, isn't it?
I think we've always been in bands and played music. It's just kind of something that you sort of gravitate towards, really, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it's boredom
Yeah.
and wanting to get something out of your system. I think.
Yeah.
I think also just seeing someone else on stage and thinking that's cool. I want to do that.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be that guy.
Were there any artists actually influenced you, or is it just passion?
Oh, like loads, like too many really. Like when I was little, it was all. I think the first people that influenced me a lot were like Kate Bush and David Bowie
Yes.
and bands like
Good
Queen and
artists.
stuff like that when I was little. Stuff my parents was listening to really, and then my brothers influenced me a lot. They were like into a lot of cool Manchester stuff. One of them was into a lot of like cool sort of late 80s kind of the Smiths and the Fall and bands like that, and then the other one was into heavy metal. So I had like Motorhead
Real
and
mix,
AC/DC in one ear and then like the Smiths in another ear. But yeah, I listen to everything. I think we all do. We're all quite eclectic, aren't we?
yeah, I think it's really important to like check loads of stuff out and just take from it whatever kind of grabs you, really. So yeah, we're pretty open-minded when it comes to music.
I think like the grunge era and like a lot of like American like hardcore influences when we were a bit older as well, and then I think that's what we've got in common more these days, isn't
I
it?
think mixing a lot of heavier genres with more melodic genres, they can go side by side.
Yeah, big mishmash of all of it.
So where did you come up with the name The Empty Page?
So it's a Sonic Youth song. We're a big fan of the band Sonic Youth. We're all big fans of the band Sonic Youth, and to be honest, we needed a name because we had a gig. We hadn't got a band name yet, but we had a gig.
Last minute.
So yeah, we'd been playing some songs and we weren't quite ready, but someone offered us a gig, so we were like, we better come up with a band name then. And I just started going through songs of bands I liked, and I think a lot of bands have done that. There's a lot, if you look into it, there's a lot of bands that are so it's a bit of a lazy thing to do really. There's a lot of bands that are named after other band songs, but I really liked it because that song's named after a line from a book by Jack Kerouac, a book called The Dharma Bund, and he just decides to live a life of a vagrant really, and to just bum around. And he said in that book, I saw that my life was a vast glowing empty page and I could do anything I wanted, and we really felt like that was us at the time. Like,
I speak to you.
Yeah, we just really felt that what we were doing then was this brand new thing and we could do whatever we wanted with it, so it just felt right. And it also felt like we weren't typecasting ourselves into any genre either, like we could just, because sometimes you call yourselves like Piss in an Alleyway, like you're only going to be able to write songs of your 1, 2, 3, 4 punk songs, aren't you? So we wanted to have a bit of like neutrality to the band name.
Fair enough, yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any like upcoming like music or gigs coming out?
Well, we just put out 3 singles. We put one out in November, one out in January or February, and one out in March. So we're hoping to go back in the studio again in the next few months, if we can get our shit together and get some money. And we're going to be touring in September, October. We're going to be announcing probably 10-15 gigs soon in the next few weeks, but not yet.
Fair enough.
So I know you've done a couple of gigs, and I've got some specific ones to ask about. So what were like your festivals like? So like Beyond the Music, Handfest, Manchester Punk Festival in general?
The punk ones are always the best ones, aren't they? Handfest was awesome.
Yeah, that's a scene I think we've all been around long before this band existed. I've been involved with Manchester Punk Festival, on the production side of it for years, so to be involved on stage and off stage is super fun.
Yeah.
I think whenever you've got like festivals that are put on by artists or people that have been in bands or around bands, they're always really good. They kind of get where it comes from, the point of its music. Some of the industry ones, not so much, but
you do it and then you go, why have we agreed to this? Actually, it's just a room full of boring people that don't really understand music. I feel like the music biz side of the industry is a lot of people that are interested in money. They're not actually interested in the art a lot of the time. There are exceptions, of course there are. There's loads of bands that have formed their own labels and stuff over the years. We're really inspired by people like that, like Fugazi and bands like that. But yeah, it's always like Handfest is amazing because it's put on by a brilliant band called Random Hand who've been doing it for years and they get it. Like, it's all about that.
That one could have easily been typecast as a ska punk festival, which there was so much more to it, both in terms of music and personalities and attitudes.
Absolutely.
There's a lot. I think we played to a lot of new people that day.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and bands helping each other do that is really important, really cool.
Yeah. What was your favourite gig to play at?
Favourite gig?
Yeah.
It was before your time, Steve. Steve's our new drummer, but he's been in the band like 3 million years, it feels like already. We played a gig in a cave a couple of years ago, a few years ago, yeah.
Whereabouts was that?
Up in Castleton in Derbyshire. We supported John Cooper Clarke in a cave, and that was probably the weirdest, coolest, most fun gig I think I've ever done. Can you top that?
I can think of like some crazy gigs we've played, but I guess the best gigs or the most fun are just when everyone's kind of connecting.
Manchester gigs are always amazing.
Yeah, when there's a good vibe in the crowd and everyone's just having fun, that's always going to be the best vibe, really, isn't it? So.
Yeah, so thank you very much for being on the interview today.
No worries, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Sammy. I play guitar and I sing in the band Zook Rot.
My name is Bailey, and I play drums and sing in the band Zookrats.
My name is Stephanie, and I play bass and I sing in the band Zookrat.
And for the people at home, where you're from?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Traveled a long way.
I know, yeah.
So how did you guys come up with the name for your band?
Well, it kind of started as a joke. When the band first started, it was just Bailey and I, and the name means like a rotten zucchini, but backwards and like spelled fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's
It's a made-up word, so if we see it anywhere, we know someone's stealing it.
Yeah.
That's our word.
So what like inspired you to? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, never. What actually inspired you like to start playing music? Like what genre?
Ooh. I feel like when we started listening, or when we started as a band, we were listening to a lot of a band called Dog-Faced Hermans, which is like a cool kind of like angular, like anarcho-punk band from, I think in Belgium, yeah. And then I listened to a lot of the Dead Kennedys, and I really like Chick Chick Chick, which is like a cool dance punk band. What do you listen to? What do you listen to, Stephanie?
I like a lot of different punk music. I'm a big Amyl and the Sniffers fan, and Lambrini Girls, Idols, Legends. And yeah, our music kind of evolved to be more dancey as time went on. We were also listening to a lot of Turnstile for a while. Yeah.
What do you listen to, Bailey?
I was gonna say Turnstile was a big one for me when we were starting, and also Sextile. I think we were all listening to a lot of Sextile when we started playing, and so that's where some of the dance influence comes in, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like I like a lot of reggaeton beats.
Ooh, that's cool.
If we want to get freaky with it, we're gonna get funky.
How long have you guys been playing together?
5 years, almost 5 years.
Oh wow, happy anniversary.
Yes. Thank you.
Do you have like a favourite gig that you've ever played? Big question.
Yeah.
We played a gig in Seattle a couple years ago that was like a triple album release with some other friends of ours in Seattle at a big venue called Numos, and we were able to make it an all-ages show, and that was really special and very, very fun. We got like a DIY collective involved in helping us promote it so that we could get more people that aren't 21 like knowing that they could come and enjoy this show, because it's very difficult in the States for underage people to be able to go to shows. There's just not a lot of spaces for that, so that's probably the favorite gig we've ever played for me.
That one was really fun. I really like the weird DIY gigs. Like last time we were out here, we played on a boat.
Wow.
Out in France,
That's
which was
different.
like really fun. I had never done that before, and then we played a lot of shows like in skate parks and under bridges and like moldy basements, and I like that stuff because it's just like, I feel like it kind of brings weirdness out of people, and it makes people feel like a little bit more chill and like laid back, and people can kind of like fly their freak flag or whatever.
To like touch on that, one of my favorite gigs that we've ever done was we played in Ithaca, New York, which is like a small town upstate, and the people didn't pay to go to the show. They brought a trinket and gave it to the bridge troll. It was this person dressed up as a troll, just like going
Very
around
normal.
collecting trinkets and stuff. And that was one of our most favorite shows we've ever played. It was under a bridge. It was amazing. And yeah, we really love all ages because we think music should be accessible to
Yeah.
everyone. So.
Have you ever played in the UK before, like before today? or-
Yeah, we toured Europe and the UK last year, and we did I think 5 dates out here last year, and we had 5 scheduled for this year, but one
Yeah.
of them fell through, so we're down to 4.
Four still good.
4 still good. If our band didn't break down, it would be 5.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Do you have any upcoming music coming out?
Sorry?
Do you have any upcoming music?
We actually just put out an album, so we're touring to promote the new album. It's called Pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What was the idea behind the album? Like, is there sort of a story throughout it? Or a message?
Here, I'm gonna give it to Bailey.
What was the question?
Is there like a story or a message throughout your album?
Well, I think there's a lot of terrible things happening in our country, and so there's a lot of talking about what it's like to exist, you know, in that, and also also just it's called pressure because I think we all feel a lot of pressure in general in life with our band, and trying to be a band right now is challenging. And I think that when we decided to call it pressure, it just felt very very right, like very representative of so many different things that we're feeling that have a lot of pressure. So
I feel like music, at least for me, has always been sort of a very cathartic just release of like, you know, anxiety or like depression or whatever it is. And I feel like this album especially was about a lot of pretty specific like sociological issues, but also like personal things that have gone down. And it's like more than anything, it just kind of feels like the release of pressure, you know, is like performing for us, and writing feels like taking that pressure and like relieving it, you know.
Okay, now I've got a very big question for you here. Is it better to perform in the UK or the US?
Now, why would you ask us that?
I'm gonna say I like the UK. I like the UK. No, I like the UK. That's it.
Oh,
period. That sounded like it was going to lead to something, but it wasn't. That's my answer. I like the UK.
Sammy's a jokester. No, we have a lot of fun performing in the UK. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick. It's the same.
So just answer the question then, yeah.
No, it's great.
Do you want to? I didn't hear the question.
Is it
US
better
or UK?
to perform in the US or the UK?
Ooh, I don't know. I like the British accents more. So.
I will say, like, it's easier to perform in the UK. They don't make it easy for you in the US.
How come?
It's just like hustle and bustle, and like out here, like you get fed, and people are like, hey, come on in, you want to get a drink, let's hang out. And like in the US, it's like show up on time. You know, it's like move things along. I think it's like very like, because it's hard for venue owners out there right now. I think like a lot of venues are struggling, so like feels like people are kind of on their toes all the time, and it's very like things move quickly, but the crowds in the US are awesome. People go crazy out there. Like, so I think there are cool things about both, but I'm gonna say the UK because I'm in the UK right now and I live for the moment.
Amen! The UK also gives you a lot more free beer, which is pretty sick.
Wow, do you not get like free drinks in the US?
You get 2 drink tickets.
Oh, 2. And
Two
that's it.
drink tickets, that's it.
It's like
some places you get 1.
Sometimes 1, yeah.
That's crazy.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes none.
Sometimes it's like 5% off on PBRs.
Wow. One time we did play a place that was like, yeah, you can have like 3 or 4 pitchers of PBR, and that was kind of sick. But we had to drive like 3 hours that night, so
not worth it.
Lawrence, shout out Lawrence, Kansas.
But like the funny thing about that show was you were only allowed to get beer in pitchers. So I tried to go up and just get like a pint of beer, and they're like, sorry, I gotta give you a pitcher. I gotta give you like this whole pitcher, and I was like, damn, okay.
That's crazy.
I don't want to just drink an entire pitcher of beer. Too bad.
Guess you gotta.
You gotta, yeah.
Damn. Well, do you guys have anything upcoming? You know, we're talking gigs, music that you can advertise right now for the people watching.
Mostly just our record that we just released, Pressure.
Yes.
Released a couple weeks ago.
we also just put out a music video from it's the last track on our new album, Maria, and we just put it out a week ago, so.
Made by our brilliant friend Bella Petra, who is an amazing photographer and videographer in Seattle. But yeah, just new music. We're really excited about it. We want everyone on the planet to listen to it. Listen to it now.
Amen. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Red Stains. I'm Tally.
I'm Robin.
I'm Liz. I'm Sterling. Like the Sigs.
I see. Very nice.
So whereabouts are you based?
We are based in Manchester.
So can you tell us a bit about your band? Like, what inspired you the most from like the beginning of the band to now? Like, what's been your biggest inspiration?
I think like just going against the grain, pissing people off, and just causing as much like chaos and like anarchy, and just like standing up for like everything. Like, we have our like platform to like, you know, we've got this platform, we're so lucky, and we need to like amplify our voices, that, you know, like people that don't have that opportunity, we need to like shout for them.
Absolutely. Keep going, honestly.
I was gonna say like maybe like old school like punky vibes, like The Fall, and like also like I feel like every tune we were listening to in the car, like The Slits, Le Tigre, like B-52s, Peaches. Yeah.
I think just being in a band and starting mad shit. It's good fun.
Amen.
It's good fun.
Amen.
I don't have that.
Nice. So, being from the Manchester music scene, what is it like? You know, being in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It is like, imagine a bunch of feral cats in a bag, and you shake the bag.
Right.
And the bag go, wow! Yeah. That is the Manchester music scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it would be positive. No, really? Wow.
I think I feel like you've got people that support each other, and like, you know, we've got like Loose Articles, they've been like, they've supported us from like the get-go, and they're like our sisters in arms. I feel like as women and non-binary people, we have to like stick together in the music scene. I feel like that part of the music scene is like, you know, really supportive, but it is very much still like, there's a lot of this like riding on the back, like the Oasis Dream and things like that, and like it's very like, you know, I'm trying to like Stone Roses like core, like
it gets very nostalgic.
Yeah, it's definitely two sides of the coin, really, of like you've halfway got this like really diverse group of like amazing musicians who are like there to support each other, and then this other side of people who just really do think they're Liam Gallagher. And they're better than you in every way.
Yeah.
It's funny, really.
But we're trying to change that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think we're doing well trying to change that.
So what brought you guys like together as a band?
Well, it was me and Starlin that started first. We moved down here. Oh God, it's been 8 years since we moved down here, and we'd known each other like online, and we were like, we ended up becoming friends, and we were like, you know what, we love like the same music, like we were on a night out and we were like, shall we start this band then, let's do it. And I think like since then we've like grown together, and then like brought Robin and Listen the Red. I'll let you.
Yeah, it's been one of them. We had COVID in the middle of having a band as well, because 8 years ago, and then there was COVID in the middle of it, so we had a big shift, and then we brought Liz and Robin in, and yeah, I think that was the right move, because now we all just cause a lot of chaos. It's kind of fun.
Like the ingredients for a perfect cake.
Oh yeah.
Besides music, do you do anything else, like textiles or anything like that?
Do you know what? We've all got side hustles alongside music, and I feel like we all have like such like double lives. So I'm a makeup artist.
Oh yeah, I'm a tattoo artist, which is fun, alongside doing the band and everything.
I'm an audio engineer. I'm an artist, textile artist and model, so it's kind of all a bit chaotic, but we love it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, favourite gig? Go. Leaving you on a bit of a cliffhanger there, but...
You know what? I actually really enjoyed this one. This was really good. I really liked... We played... what was it, like Persons Unknown Festival? We played at like 1 in the morning.
Wow.
And it was like in an old abandoned hospital squat. It was so fucking cool. But I love like making venues, like, you know, like venues that aren't venues, and playing somewhere that's like you know, like not a typical gig venue. It's
Definitely.
amazing.
On a similar note, I loved it when we played the Dissection Room. Was that in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. That is like a converted hospital, and like the way that the room's laid out, it's just so fun playing in like a non-conventional sort of space. Like definitely.
You stole my words, because I was about to say, yeah, the one in the abandoned hospital and the one in the dissection room. I think there's something about the gory venue names, but also the fact that both gigs were full of like really amazing people, and the energy was just so beautiful and so much fun to play. You know, it's just, you can't put words to it. There's just like a special kind of magic in certain venues, and it's always the smaller venues, it's always the indie venues, it's always the places you least expect, I think, where I feel like, you know, you get that magic. I will say Shambhala Festival as well. That was another one that was really, really beautiful. We closed the stage on Shambhala Festival on the last day, and it was, again, that one was magic, so yeah.
I was going to say the Peer Hat, like my first gig. Like, it was just so, like, we definitely sounded so shit, but it was just really silly. Like, it was great.
Oh. Do you know what? I think like all the gigs are like, there's something special about like all of them. Like, it's like there's been ones that have maybe been like a bit like mental. I remember we played a gig without Robin, and we realised that we need all of us to make the mix of the Red Stains Ready meal, because we were played on a drum machine that we couldn't work, and it was like a GABA remix. It was horrible. Yeah, I'd rather not think about that.
Tell you what, it's crazy. We've had other bands say that they've played in like caves, and now we've got abandoned hospitals. That's mental.
I really want to play a gig in a church.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Really cool.
I feel like the do you know, like the sound acoustics and stuff don't work well for our sound. That's what I've been told, but I mean, I'll give it a bash. You know.
So where does the name the Red Stains come from?
Oh.
Have a guess. So yeah, it means getting blood all over your white dress, but it also means getting ketchup on your white t-shirt. It means getting
red wine
on the carpet.
Red wine on the carpet. Yeah, it can mean a big red nasty paint stain all over, I don't know, all over the bathroom floor, whatever. Where would you get a red stain? I don't know.
Everywhere.
But yeah, beans. Definitely.
I feel like it kind of summarises us as a band. Like, we're like unapologetic, we're fucking irritating, grinding. Like, you know, have you ever tried to scrub like red out of anything? You just can't. Like, even with like eyeshadow, like if I've been wearing like red eyeshadow, I have like bright red eyes for the next 2 days, and I think that symbolises us. Like, you can't get rid of us, you can't wash us out, you can't, you know, try and scrub us out, but you can't do it.
Damn.
I'm doing the interview now.
So do you have any like upcoming music or gigs?
Yeah, so we are currently trying to finalise our first album, which is like, we've recorded everything, we just need to get everything, you know, like finalised in terms of like art and like release date and like press release and stuff. Gig wise,
We've got Blood Moon Festival this week.
Yeah, is that
Bristol?
Yeah.
No, we've got Sheffield.
Yeah.
Our next gig is in Sheffield on the 30th. I want to say it's the 30th of May.
Yeah, in 5 days.
30th of May. Yeah, 5 days time we're playing Sheffield, and then we've also got one in July. I think it's the 10th of July in Leeds. Wait, is that happening?
Yeah, that is happening.
It is. Okay. Trying to organise yourselves. I'm bad with numbers, okay? Yeah. And then yeah, we're working on getting some. Oh, we've got no, wait. That's me being stupid, sorry. I think we've also got, we're planning to do some more stuff in the autumn time, around the same time our album comes out, so stay very, very tuned to Red
Album
Stains
tour.
Planet. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Wait. Got a question linking to being in Manchester. So, you guys, obviously, friends with Loose Articles. Who would win in a football match between you guys?
Right.
Wait, I think we're gonna really do it.
Like, I want my competitive side to come out, and I also want to be a friend, and like, you know, I'm all for like supporting like bands and stuff like that, but you know, when you've got to win something, the claws are coming out, honey. I'm like, if I have to win based on penalties and rather than ability, then I goddamn will. So watch out, Lusarticos, we're coming for the ball.
I've got a horrible feeling it would all end in like a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, just a tie.
Like
it'd be the shittest football game.
That would be it. We'd be on there for like an hour and it'd be just like, oh, should we just give
Might
up?
all just get red carded.
Yeah.
I see it.
I'm like, as long as I get to be the one with the headband, I feel like I don't know if that. What's his name again? Jack Grealish or something. I mean, do you know what? I need to find a pair of like massive high heels, but are football boots as well.
I don't think they exist.
I'll make them exist.
Thank you very much for letting us interview you.
Oh, thank you.
And we hope to see you again sometime in the future.
Yeah, have a lovely bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Let's
Thank you.
party.
Thank you. Who are you?
We are the Dirt from somewhere the other side of Manchester on the Pennine Hills, the Yorkshire and Japan. I'm Jack, this is Sachiko Wakizaka.
So, whereabouts are you based?
Geographically, Saddleworth Moor, just before there, a town called Mosley. Just the other side of Staley Bridge as you're going out of Manchester really into the moors.
Yeah.
So how did you both meet? Because I'm quite curious about that. Because obviously, if from Japan, from England. How
Yeah,
did you
we
meet?
met. We bumped into each other walking out of Castlefield Bowl 8 years ago at a gig that was going on there. We bumped in, and I tried some romance and asked Sachiko if she wanted to come for a pint of Guinness and the Britain's Protection. She said yeah, and then we went on to an after-show party, and then the week after we both realised we were in London for Roger Waters, and then the Cure the following night at British Summertime at Hyde Park. So we hooked up then, and the rest you say is history. 5 years ago we got married and we formed a band, the usual conventional dating system.
So how did you come up with the name The Dirt?
Before we became a band, I was doing a spoken word project called Leon the Pig Farmer. I still do it.
Wow.
And it's very John Cooper Clarke-esque, or very political poetry, and some activism poetry, and a lot of stuff around mental health as well. And with it being the pig farmer that people were slang terming me as, or Leon, it felt an evolutionary process of that. But also we both love bands with the name The something, like The Fall, The Cure,
They're usually the most popular
Jam.
ones.
Yeah, they're very punchy, very simple, like 2 syllable. So we just thought The Dirt, and I kind of mentioned it, and we went, yeah, we'll go with that. No one was using it. There is a Dirt, but there is no The Dirt. So we just we ran with it, and no one legally has told us to change his name, so we'll stay. And we'll
So it's a
run
good
with it.
sign?
It's always a good sign anyway. No one's like, you're putting posters and logos up and no one's saying, hey, we've already got that. So we're keeping it.
Fair enough. I saw on your Instagram that you posted like musings and stuff. Are you planning on making any more music?
Yeah, today we'll be playing one new track. It's a short set. We're doing a couple at the moment. We've got 8 new tracks that we've made, haven't we, really? Just it's all kind of like settled, more than the foundations, and we've done 2 or 3 of them live. Yeah. So we've got 8. We always start an album with an intro, and we've already booked the studio with Fuzzface up in Scotland that we did the second album with, and we're going in with him in January, hopefully for like an early autumn, late summer release, and put the 3rd album out. Title unknown yet. We've got the 8 tracks. It's just a case of polishing them and getting them ready for recording.
Yeah. Talking about performing live, what's your favourite gig that you've done?
Oh, we've got a few, I reckon, haven't we? We did a tour with EMF, which was mental, doing bigger venues from a band from the 90s, which kind of like elevated us to another level. We've done a one-off with a band called Ned's Atomic Dustbin from the 90s as well, as one of my favourite bands. That was just absolutely crackers.
Wow.
A couple of months ago we did the Academy in Manchester, part of Louth and War Festival. That was brilliant.
That's
very good.
meant to be quite a good stage.
That is very good, and I'd say on top of that, Rockaway Beach Festival. But there's loads of festivals, like Equinox last year kind of opened some doors to other festivals, and we've just been announced for Boomtown this year, so it's like meeting people at certain festivals and putting a set in that they're all good for different reasons, whether it be your gateway opening you up to other festivals, or the response from the crowd, or the performance that we put in. But there are a few highlights, I think, in the last year or so. Would you agree? Yeah.
So have you ever been to the Ferret before?
Yeah, we played here twice. We've done 2 Glastonbury Ferrets. We did last year, and we did one 2 years previous to that.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think drew you back to it?
I just love the venue. It's a DIY ethos. I love underground music. I love independent venues. I love anything that's linked to doing it off the hoof and DIY and bringing lots of good established bands in and supporting grassroots music. You can't beat it. I think our back's against the wall, and we are vehemently pushing and involved in the underground scene. And a venue like this, especially with a bit of music venue trust backing, it's propelled it, and it's become a stalwart in the Northwest. So love playing it. Always a good crowd up here.
Who's your musical inspiration, would you say? Like, who inspired you to start music?
I don't really have one. Wow. I'd say we're not inspired. We just want to do stuff that comes into our heads. It's a difficult question. It's usually easy for most bands who start and get inspired to play. We kind of fuse Sachiko's garage psych and prog background with my more post-punk background. I can only say that what seeps into our stuff is I'm a big fan of bands, post-punk bands like Dead Kennedys from the late 70s, early 80s, and bands like The Cure and The Fall. Yeah. And I think that kind of comes into our music and bleeds in naturally. So yeah, and Sachiko brings the MC5, the garage psych elements to it. I know we never write music and think let's go with the flow of whatever this band sounds like. We just come up with I've got lyrics and poems coming out, and the music starts with that and a very simple drum beat, and then we just go into a room and let the guitars flow. I don't know. We're shaking heads.
That's fine.
I'd prefer not to be put in a bracket or in a room and gone, right, we like that music, so let's be inspired and sound or be influenced by that. It literally just comes from a more organic jam.
Yeah, that's how it should be,
comes out.
That's how it should be.
So we don't want to sit in a genre and Venn diagrams. There'll be loads of little crossovers, and we just want to sit in a little area that's been challenged and not been done. So
it's inspiring. Do you have any more questions?
I do, yeah. Have you got anything upcoming that we should know about? Like any upcoming music coming out or gigs?
Next album's going to be next year. We've more or less just done the Northwest quite a lot recently. We've got one more gig left after this, which is with a band in Terabang, our friend Dunstan that was in Chumbawamba. We did a few gigs with him, and we've got one more left in June. After that, we start a run of 8 festivals through the summer. Lots of good DIY once again that bring lots of independent underground bands together, and it finishes with Boomtown and then Industrial Noise Festival in Manchester in August. We then take a month off, where Sachiko will go back to Japan for a couple of weeks, and then we start off pushing autumn and doing a lot more gigs and getting the word out again and finding new little places to play that we've not played yet, before going into the studio in January. So there's no new music coming out, but every gig we will be road testing from now on. We've just secured a date in Manchester where we're going to do a weird concept gig. We're going to do a couple off the first album, a couple off the second, but because we record our albums live, we do it in live takes. We don't do it in drums or bass or vocals in separate parts. We literally press the play button in a studio and we do several takes to decide which one is the most organic, timely and best. We're going to play the new album from start to finish before it's never been recorded. Some bands will do that 20-30 years later and do this as a nostalgia album, but we want to 5 days before we go in the studio, we want to road test it. So we're going to do track 1, track 2, track 3, all the way to track 8 at the FERRET in Manchester. We've put the date out and we're going to start announcing that soon, which is the closest gig back to home, that we're going to do something a bit different, and we'll get a couple of other local bands on with us and celebrate the album, the third one, before it's even been recorded. And because some of them songs will never get played live ever again. Wow. Because we do half hour, 45, sometimes 50 minutes in an hour set. We still play songs from Monkey Punch, which we're still playing and touring now, Agitate, which we're re-releasing on vinyl. So I guess that's a point. In about a couple of weeks we've got on pre-sale the first album. Because we've grown a bit, people have asked for the vinyl, so we're re-releasing the first album on vinyl. We've got it on CDs and downloads, but it's coming back on a limited press that we're DIY releasing. So Agitate is coming back out on vinyl, and then we're doing that gig. So we'll probably end up playing 4 songs live it's like choosing your best kids, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Which ones do you play? But
it can be very hard.
You can't play 8 new ones and not play any off the first 2 albums. So we'll probably choose 4 or 5 and build them into a set of 10 songs. So there's natural movement. So 2 or 3 will probably just sit on that live gig that we will bootleg, and we'll record it as a nostalgia moment that it'll never happen again, probably.
Yeah. So very busy, I'm hearing. Yeah,
we're very busy. We've got a lot of gigs coming up. I get told not to book anymore because we are a married couple and we need to have married life away from the gigs and away from stuff like that. So it's an in-house project. We record demos in the house, we rehearse in the house, we create in the house. It's one of those things.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for letting us interview you.
No, thanks for having us. Cheers.
Thank you.
We're here with Loose Articles! Boom! Hell yeah!
So introduce yourself one by one.
My name is Natalie. I play bass and I shout.
My name's Rachel, play drums and shout on one song.
My name's Erin. I play guitar and try to sing.
Try to.
We all try.
Hell yeah! So, you guys are from Manchester, right?
Yeah.
What is the Manchester music scene like as women in music?
It's popping off. It's great. We've had our mates on tour with us on with today. We've got the Red Stains who've come in as well. Who else have we got?
We had Lavender the other day in Carlisle. Manchester music scene is really good. Everyone's really supportive, no matter what genre you are or anything like that. Everyone's cool.
There's a really good night called No Band is an Island that's popping off at the minute. Just loads of really good bands coming out of there, popping off basically. Excellent.
But it has been for years as well. Like we've been a band for 8 years.
Oh, it's 6 years. It's not 8 years.
It's 8 years.
Why are you wishing your life away?
2000. What is it? 2019. How many years is that from 2019? Seven. Right. We're going to meet in the middle. Right. 7 years. And throughout us being a band, it's been real supportive. We've had lots of people look after us, and it's been nice.
Oh yeah.
For your logo, why did you choose a Stella Artois logo?
Because Erin could draw it.
So basically, I used to work at a club called Factory, and one day they gave me a free, like a beer mat, like a drip tray thing, and it was just like on my side, and I was thinking because we're thinking what to call the band, and then we got the name, and then it's like, what's the logo going to be, and just basically drew it from that with the Loose Articles name, and it's like Stella Artois got this rep of being like wife beater, very like ultra male, very masculine, and it's funny because we're a fully female band. It's funny to flip that stereotype on its head and use it in a funny way. Like it's all about comedy, really.
We also drink it a lot.
Yeah. Cheers.
And talk about like the logo and everything. Where did like the name come from? The name Loose Articles.
Oh, this is Erin again. Erin was the genius behind the name.
So basically, I went on a school trip to Alton Towers because I work in a school. We're going for a year, and we was thinking about a couple of names. A couple of names got thrown around, and nothing stuck really. And we was in the queue for the Nemesis. Great ride. And it was on the sign. It was like something. After the one that says you've got to be this height to go in, whatever. It was like, please secure our Loose Articles. So I was like, texted everyone being like, Loose Articles, it's the name. And I sent it to my colleagues and they were just like, whatever.
No, it fits us quite well because like we keep on like, people say like the loose women, loose cannons. It fits, doesn't it really?
Yeah. Get loose.
Get loose.
So you got it for Anyway, what are your guys' like musical inspirations, or just kind of your inspirations to join a band and be in a band?
I guess we all have quite a broad music taste. Like it goes from liking lots of pop music to you like industrial music. I like loads of hardcore, K-pop. I'm really
We
into
were
it.
smashing the K-pop in the van the other day. We had a bit of BTS on. I love a pop banger. I love the Beths, Courtney Barnett, all that kind of stuff as well. But I'm new here, to be honest. So you won't know much of that as of yet.
Rachel's breathing a bit of a new life into the band, which is great. But I guess for me it was Kurt Cobain in Nirvana. He was the person who inspired me to pick up a guitar and start playing music.
Well, you know,
Nicky Wire.
Yeah, Nicky Wire. I wanted to be Nicky Wire when I was a kid. I went to see Manic Street Preachers when I was like 15, maybe 14, 15, something like that. And I just thought they were the coolest person, so I dyed my hair bright red, wore a lot of leopard print, and bought a bass guitar. So yeah,
I love it. I just fucking loved Avril Lavigne when I was a teenager, to be honest. Big love Avril. We all did. Loved it. So I think I just wanted to be Avril Lavigne, basically. And here I am.
You are Avril
Lavigne. That's it. Many moons later, I am Avril. There you go.
You wouldn't want to be Avril.
Absolutely.
Followed up from music, would you be able to tell us like, what your favourite gig is that you've ever played?
Favourite gig?
You can say one if it's not in loose articles.
I mean, I was in a band before this. I don't know, there's loads of different ones for different reasons. I played Green Man in 2021, which was dead good. Loved that festival. Played the Far Out stage, and then in 2019 did the Rising stage as well, which is class. But that was with my old band, so. But with you guys, maybe today I'll be the one. You know what I mean? Send it.
Yeah, to be fair, Green Man was one of my favourite festivals we played, I'd say. And that was the Rising stage again. It was just so much fun. Everyone was into it, all different age groups there. It was really good. Yeah, I'd say. Oh, and also Supersonic in Paris. We always have a really good one there. Yeah, I tried to climb the balcony, got dropped and fell on a monitor, and I'm still here, and I'm great. My back is fine.
My favourite gig, I'm not sure. I'm probably just going to bring up the Foo Fighters just for the sake of the rider. Just for the sake of the catering. The best catering I've ever had is the Foo Fighters. Because the vegan options were 10 out of 10, really. It was southern fried shiitake mushrooms, every plant milk you could want. You can make your own smoothies, salad bar, 3 types of butter, vegan butter, a fridge full of pop, whatever pop you want. We were filling our boots.
I joined at the wrong time, basically.
Yes.
Basically, we did a big shop when we were there. We were all filling tote bags up with loads of food. Oh, another good sports lot though that we did was Gang of Four. That was really fun, and we played a lot of really good venues like the O2 in Leeds and things like that, and they were just lovely. And they're like heroes of ours as well.
Glasgow St Luke's as well, that was a great venue.
Also love them. We also love Pulled Apart by Horses, so I've done a gig with them. They're a bunch of babes. Played KCC and Shipley recently, and that was sick. Yeah, love that.
Basically, all our gigs have been. But the best one, I think it might have been Bootleg Social with. Oh, here we go, Dead Sheet. Fucking go!
Yeah. Bootleg Social in Blackpool with Dead Sheep. That is our favourite gig. Next question.
Amen.
Do you have like a dream place you want to play, like dream gig?
Dream gig.
Yeah.
It will probably be Nebworth. Just so we can go on stage and say thank you, Nebworth. If you're an Oasis fan, you'll get that reference.
Wembley Stadium. Why on earth not?
Oasis also played Wembley famously.
That's it. Just say thank you, Wembley. On that note.
Anywhere in Brazil, because everyone always comments on stuff saying come to Brazil. So I think playing in Brazil, yeah, they do. Like, you know, so on a lot of bands things, they always say come to Brazil. So playing in Brazil, I think that'd be pretty sick.
Well, if we're going international, Korea, Japan, China, Australia, Russia, Ukraine.
Where else do you want to go on your holiday?
I'm just naming random countries in my head. I don't know. What else?
Anywhere with a nice beach, really, to be honest. That'll do me nicely. I'll be down for that. Barbados, yeah. Anywhere really. If anyone's paying for the flight, send me on it. Absolutely.
It'd be cool to go abroad. Have you guys gigged abroad before?
A lot, yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice. says this: if you guys were in a football match against each other, loose articles or the Red Stains, who would win?
Oh, we'd win the Red Stains.
Oh, really? They said otherwise.
Imagine Tally playing football to imagine distractors. So I think
I've talked to Tally about this.
Do you reckon Tally would win?
I spoke to Tally about this. Tally would go dirty. They
That's
would go
what
for
she
the knees.
said.
They would go for the rugby tackling.
No.
She already told me.
Red card.
Red card.
In which case?
Off the bench. We would win, but we've only got 4 members each, so we need 5 members, so we'd have to gain somebody else. Millie, would you join our team or the Red Stains team?
Loose articles. Any day. Any day.
Right, we're gonna win then.
Hi, I'm just
suck
putting
at
it out
football.
there. Tally, like, I can't imagine Tally playing football.
She'd go for you like she'd tackle you.
Yeah, she said she goes quite hard.
She would play dirty.
Yeah, but she's too fabulous. She's too. Well, to be fair, this is a thing.
Are you a footballer?
All right, here we go.
No, yeah, she would be better on the team. I can't play football. I'll be there for like emotional support.
I think that's my role too, to be honest with you. I would be shit at football.
Same.
We can be the cheerleaders.
You got the shirt.
No, I'd run around a bit. I like doing that, but I just miss the goal a lot. I feel like it's alright.
Any more questions?
Do you have any upcoming music coming out?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We've just released our latest single, Cringe of Hinge, but we've got another one in the pipeline that'll be coming out soon. But that's all we can say. I think.
Yeah, that's all we can say.
So,
I gotta ask about the whole orange thing, because you guys clearly have an orange thing going with all the amps, the drum kit, everything's always been orange. Why?
So orange is a colour that is used a lot in the medical profession. Apparently it's the only colour you can see through tears, and that's why a lot of things are orange in hospitals.
Is that why it's orange in loose articles?
No.
Yeah, we don't know why we're orange. Just happened.
Thank you very much for letting us interview you.
Yeah, thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
It's been great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's get a beer.